Migos have just confirmed that Culture 3 will be dropping on June 11th, and this is absolutely wild because we do know that they were supposed to drop this album back in summer of 2020, but guys, in the comment section, leave your expectations for this new Migos album because it's going to be grand. We've gotten singles, we have a rollout now, so let's go through this.
Yeah, so this is the first time that they're dropping an album in 3 years. Of course, we got Culture in 2017 and Culture 2 in 2018, and this is their big comeback, and I feel like they're kind of underdogs now because people, are saying that they have pressure to deliver, and they do, but at the same time, I mean, they've never really put out a bad project. Yes, Culture 2 did have its fillers, maybe ran for too long, but I mean, what they did on Culture, the way that they were able to influence the game and kind of bring in that triple time flow and everything else that they did was brilliant, and honestly, that's a trap classic to this day. So to start off, like you were saying, they were gonna drop in summer of 2020. The pandemic kind of botched that. And, after that, what we got in October of 2020 was the first snippet to Modern Day Stroll. So how did you feel hearing that for the first time?
I remember October 4th, baby. I saw that and I was like, whoa. This is going to be something special. They're going to be coming with a new type of flavor because I think they understood what they had to go into. Like Culture 2, I feel as if most of the gripes were the fact that it sounded maybe a bit too pop and people didn't like the sound they were going for. And then the gripes within the solo projects was, people understood that, they were at their best when they were working together. So, from Culture to now, there was still no, like I would say, sort of music that sort of matched the type of quality or even cadence that we got to on the first Culture, which is completely understandable just because that project is so iconic. But the thing is that you get the Modern Day Stroll snippet and you understand the type of focus they're going for and how it's really I would say rap driven, and that it's not necessarily melodic at all. So if we keep that sort of energy on this new project, I'm so happy for it.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, Quavo totally slid on that hook. Then you got Offset's verse, which was fire too. You got Murda Beatz' production, but we were missing one piece of that puzzle, and it was Takeoff, and that's the one thing I really wanted. So of course we have to wait for the album to hear that one, but that was awesome. Fast forwarding, though, to 2021, on Valentine's Day, Quavo had said, we're dropping the album next month, and that really, started the hype train. And that's, at this point, people were super excited, and, they started, teasing pictures of them in the studio, and that sort of stuff. So people were, I think, hyped the most at that point around in the month of March. So do you feel like they missed out on an opportunity by not dropping in March?
Maybe the hype in the community was at its most, but regardless, I think they're still going to be extremely commercially successful despite the time that they released the album. I mean, now more than ever, you need it this summer. Like, if it comes out and says that June 11th it's not dropping, I don't even know if we're going to... Yeah, I don't even know if we're going to review this, but guys, we are going to be reviewing the album. But, I mean, regardless, I was excited then, I'm excited now, but that was kind of like I would say a tease for me. Was like, fuck, I was super down for it to come in March because no one was dropping in March. I mean, the only thing prominent drop we had gotten there was Drake's 3-pack, and I mean, besides that, that was the only thing you had got. So yes, maybe it was the perfect time. And we look at the way the industry is shaping up right now. You have already Isaiah Rashad set to drop. I mean, Drake could be dropping CLB at any time because, the big dogs have already started rolling out. I mean, J. Cole has just dropped something. So who knows? Is it the right time? I mean, I don't do their marketing. I don't do their back-end analytics, but I could say this. I'm still hyped.
I think it's definitely the right time. I mean, obviously, there's going to be summer bangers on it, and that's the whole reason why they wanted to wait till the summer, I think, is because they wanted the COVID situation to improve. They wanted people to be outside to really enjoy the album to the fullest and for them to be able to do their actual shows. So go to the end of March, we got the actual snippet for Straightenin, and that was all right. It was okay. Nothing crazy, I would say, but it was still enough to kind of carry us over. And then after that, we got more teasing on their socials. We got videos of, Takeoff and Quavo giving their raw vocals in the studio. So getting that BTS footage is something that you don't necessarily see in a lot of rollouts, but the way that they did that was perfect to, cash in on that hype. Then let's go to April. There's still a bit of hype, but what, we have to look forward to is their appearance on the DJ Khaled album on the song We Went Crazy with Her. They only had about 30 seconds on the song, so that was disappointing, but they still killed, all of their parts. So how did you feel about that song?
I mean, I wasn't necessarily a huge fan of the song, and I know I shot on that song in the review, but regardless, I mean, I'm still super hyped for it because it kind of made me understand that they are in album mode and that they are going to be releasing this thing, and that was it. Like, I wasn't super impressed by it because obviously they only had such a small part on the song, but what it did made me happy for was, okay, we're probably going to end up getting this soon, and that was the whole whole aura around the album now was like, when the fuck is this gonna drop? Because after that, you were expecting it to come out in March. You know, you're at the end of April, so you obviously didn't get it in April. And now there's no really word on it, and the only thing you get is a DJ Khaled appearance. So
for 30 seconds. I mean, they should have had their own song, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
You know, I was expecting something much different, but regardless, whatever it is, it is. But I mean, if you fast forward to a couple of days ago, they ended up actually dropping Straightenin, and that's when I was like, okay, this is happening. First single drops. How did you feel about it though? Because I know when I had called you about it, you were a bit iffy about it.
Yeah.
But give your full explanation about it.
So that was produced by DJ Durel, which was kind of a staple producer for the Migos. He always does his thing. So the beat, slapped as usual. I feel like
fire.
The production on the entire album is guaranteed to be crazy. But it just wasn't lead single material to me. I mean, the hook got really repetitive really quick for me. And I just feel like if you look at their past rollouts, when you have the impact of songs like T-Shirt or Bad and Boujee, this does not compare in any way.
It doesn't, but I mean, it is kind of like an unfair gripe to make because it wasn't in the moment sort of thing. True. Where, Culture One came out and obviously the whole hype was there and people had never heard Migos in that bag or aura before, and it completely took over the internet. So that was kind of what got me. So I'm not bringing any of my Culture One expectations into this because I know I'll be completely let down if I do. But what I did enjoy about it is that they are not trying to go for this pop lane, at least from the two sort of snippets that we've heard so far. And that's what's getting me excited, is that this could probably end up being a full rap album where, they're not trying to get commercial success. Well, whatever. I'm not a part of their marketing team or their back end analytics, but you get the vibe I'm trying to go for.
I think putting up numbers is always the goal, but at the same time, like, they'll want to return to maybe having a tighter track list and, focusing on the quality over the quantity like they did on Culture. And I have a question for you. Do you feel like they should put out more singles, or that Straightenin is enough to carry us over for another 3 weeks until the album comes?
Put out modern day Stroll. I want to see it. I want to see it. I think 2 singles is always acceptable for any sort of album rollout, at least from a fan standpoint.
There definitely should be one more, I think.
And it'll tie you over for the next 3 weeks, because at the time of recording this, it will be 3 weeks. And I mean, June 11th is right around the corner, but there still is a bit of time for more teasing.
I think they have to put out at least one more song. And if it were me, I would put out the song with Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah, you think so?
That would have, internet going crazy. Would have the streets going crazy. People would, especially if it's his first actual performance since coming out of jail. If that's the, a lead single for Culture 3, that's going to put so much attention on the album, I feel like.
Okay, so your theory is that Bobby Shmurda will be on this project.
I think he's going to be on the album. I mean, obviously, we saw Quavo pick him up in the private jet when he was coming out of jail, and they've been tight since 2014. When they had, the whole Shmigo gang, when they were making music with Bobby and Rowdy Rebel. So they've kept close, and I feel like he should be on the album.
It would be a commercial success. It would be a perfect way for him to do his entrance and have this grand sort of party for him and, new coming to music. Because what's interesting about the Bobby Shmurda situation is that he's been so patient with his music and wanting to release something that's coherent. So yes, I do like your theory. I do think maybe it'll be a nice place to go to. But I mean, I would like to see another Migos song just alone. I mean, I would like to because I rather have the features hidden. That's another thing.
That'd be fire.
I'm big. I love having features hidden. I like going through it and not knowing what to expect. I mean, if you look at what Stroll did, I mean, you're not going to really compare what J. Cole just did to what Migos are probably going to do. But if I could take something similar in that category of trap, take Stroll than what that did for that track list. Yeah. I mean, if you think about how iconic that first listening party was, at least for us, and when we were bumping it, it went absolutely crazy. And imagine listening to, a new Culture installment for the first time in 3 years and not knowing who's going to be on this project. Another great part about it is that usually these Culture installments have a massive feature list. And if you look at what they did on Culture 1, you had great performances by Travis Scott, Gucci Mane, 2 Chainz. Go to Culture 2, that Drake feature was fucking fantastic.
Post Malone did his thing too.
Where are they going now with this? And I want to be surprised for it.
Yeah, and apparently at the end of 2019, Offset had said that they apparently have a song with Juice WRLD called What's Brackin', so it'll be cool to see if that comes to light.
Did that get released as a snippet ever?
I'm not sure. It might be a leak. I don't really know, but apparently they do have the song with Juice WRLD. Apart from that, I mean, I would like them to see them connect with Travis Scott again, because he's been on both Cultures. Another Lil Uzi Vert feature would be dope, because of course they kind of had their glow up all together on Bad and Boujee.
That is facts.
You know what I mean? So that would be awesome to see them reunite. Another guy, of course, is Lil Baby, because this man is like fucking 88 for 88 on his features. Like, he has never put out a bad feature, and they're both signed to QC, so
it would make sense
to see a QC kind of, you know, family song. Maybe throw in someone else from QC. That would be awesome to see. So I mean, look, I think feature-wise, they don't have to be reliant on it, but it would add a lot to the track list.
Yeah, you could see it be a big component to the track list because it adds that diversity to the flavor. It adds that extra essence to it. It gives you that sort of thing. So now that we've done the everything, what are your final expectations? Because this is going to be a massive fucking rollout.
It's going to be huge, and, you know, I'm super hyped because I love the Migos. I've loved following their careers since they've broken out into stardom, and even going back to their old YRN projects and all that sort of stuff. So I'm very hyped. I feel like it's going to be good. Hopefully the track list isn't more than 15 songs. And I just want to see them kind of innovate and do something new on this one. What about you?
I gotta agree with you. Innovation is key for me. Seeing what types of new sounds they could do, but with still recapturing that, you know, old Migos, you know, essence to them. You know, I love the triple time flow. I love everything it does to them, and I would love to see it again here. As far as producers go, as you said, DJ Durel, ATL Jacob, Murda Beatz. Want to see Zaytoven on this. As far as features go, Bobby Shmurda, Travis Scott. Give me that Juice WRLD feature.
Lil Uzi.
Lil Uzi on there as well. As far as the track list, I mean,
even Moneybagg Yo would be crazy
fire,
on this album.
Lil Baby as well. As far as, you know, the track list, I think it should be a shorter track list just for the fan experience. I mean, it's always kind of a dreadful listen when you have to listen to an hour and a half of a project and there's 30 songs. Listen, it's not my thing, but it is for other people. And honestly, just a fun album. That's what I want. I want something that's gonna, you know, get the party going. Something that's gonna really, you know, hype me up, that I could use in any scenario. I could bump it in the car, workouts with friends, whatever it is. I just want to be able to use this new culture installment to get me going.
June 11th, guys, the album comes out, and after the album, come to the channel because we're gonna be reviewing this album as soon as it comes out.
Thank you guys for watching the whole video. Hit that subscribe button to join the family. We're doing weekly reviews. We're giving you guys all the updates in the industry. Plus, we have our series called What to Expect, where we actually take you through the album before it drops. Plus, if you guys want to chat with us, you guys could join our Discord server. The link is in the bio. You guys could talk hip hop with us there. Thank you guys for watching again, and guys, I'll see you on the next one.